guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we're doing our harness review. So we have 4 different harnesses that claim to be like no pull harnesses. And I know that's like basically a #1 issue that a lot of people face is their dog pulling on walks. And then they get to go on less walks because they pull. So I figured we would try out 4 different ones. Now, a little bit of a disclaimer. On a day-to-day basis, I'm not using these to prevent Henry from pulling. That was an issue for us back in the day when he was a puppy, but now we don't really have an issue with it because he's just trained to not pull. So it did make this kind of an interesting test to see which one did the best job. I think we have it down. I think we have it down. I think we did good. So we basically have one that seems to be the absolute best out of all 4 of them, and then the 2 in the middle are kind of like eh. And then the last one I'm definitely not a fan of. So without further ado, let's get into this. Somebody's sleeping, but he's gonna have to get up in a second because he's gonna model for you guys. All right, so the very first harness is, and I'm gonna go in random order, and then I'll give you guys the feedback. All right, so the very first harness is this one, and this is, I took off the little straps. This is the Lifepul no pull dog vest harness, and it does have a little spot for like a tiny little patch. This is Velcro. And so when I first opened this, I was like, it kind of feels like if harnesses were toys and not supposed to be used as a dog harness, like it would feel like this. It's like a fluffy, what in the world? It's like a fluffy, you know, fleece material. It has this handle up top. It has a clasp back here, which is the only clasp, and then it has this really nicely padded front part, and it clips. The only adjustment on it is the belly part, and you can lock it so that the dog can't slip out of it. The thing that I don't like about this, just right off the bat, is the fact that you can't adjust the front strap. So from your dog's chest to like their girth, it would need to be pretty exact. And yeah, so that's best #1, or I guess like best harness #1. Then we have the, this is an extremely common one that I'm sure you guys have seen and heard of. It is the EzyWalk no pull harness. And actually EzyWalk harness, I don't know if it's technically no pull, but it's for sure supposed to completely stop your dog from pulling. All of these vests or harnesses specifically claim to be no pulling. So with this one, the clasp is in the front, and it's kind of, I like that this one is very adjustable. Like you can adjust every single strap on this, but it, in a funny way, it is kind of confusing. I know that sounds funny. That's why they have to put these little things that tell you where to strap everything, because once you unclasp one, it gets a little confusing. But when this is fit properly, it's not too bad, like in terms of just overall structure. Then we have a EzyDog premium quick fit adjustable dog harness. And this one, again, only has one section that you can, actually no, I lied, it has 2. The other one is hidden. It has this, which is the belly strap, and under here, if you can hear that, is you pull back this little sleeve, and you're able to do that and take it off like this. You leave me? And then you, like, it's a little bit weird because you basically have to fit like whatever size, and then you just put that piece on and that piece on, and then you just recover it. So I do like that this has, it's a little funky to adjust in the first place, but after it's adjusted, there's no issue with it other than the crackling sound of the Velcro, but it's fully encased in there. There's no like scratchy part. This is a soft Velcro that's exposed. And so this is a belly strap, and it hooks back right here on this D-ring. So that is what that one looks like. And then our last one that we have is the this EAGLOO. This one is, let's see, an EAGLOO no pull dog harness, and this is obviously the most involved one. You can once again adjust these and as well as both belly straps, and you can also hook. Where can you hook? You can hook in the front as well as in the back. So you do have the option there. And it just has like this jersey padding on the inside. It's nicely padded. Yeah, I like the setup of this one. I was fairly hopeful for this one because the more fabric you have to give you control generally helps out a little bit. So I'm gonna have Henry model these for you guys. Whenever we introduce a new harness, we always use treats just to create a positive association with getting dressed. Wait. So I'm gonna slip this over his head. Wait. There we go. Okay. Good boy. Okay. Good boy. Okay, so you can see there's a handle here, the little clasp in front, and this clasp in the back. Fits Henry pretty well. I like that it has the Y front. And I don't really think that this handle is necessary. I don't think it really does anything. And I don't think it's useful for really anything. But it's a very sturdy harness. And yeah, this is a good one. You're such a good boy. So this one, you just slip over his head, and you just have the one belly strap. Watch out. Okay, so here. So as you guys can see, this is what it looks like. I think that this reminds me more of just a straight up vest rather than a no pull harness, regardless of the fact that it's advertised as a no pull harness. So there's that one. Good boy. Once again, this one goes over the head and then just has the belly strap. As you guys can see, the one D-ring back here, and it has the straight across, and then it has this kind of like triangle thing that I guess is supposed to offer more support than just if this wasn't here, which I do actually like a lot. And last but not least, the EzyWalk harness. So they make the belly strap a different color, so that's the only way I remember. And they do have, like I said, the little tags. So I'm gonna unhook the belly strap. Henry, come here. Boy. Okay, so you can see this one has the D-ring in the back as well as, no, I lied. It only has the D-ring in the back. I'm getting confused because the other harness that we use has two, but that's not for not pulling, that's just for under his vest. So it just has the D-ring in the back, and you can adjust, like I said, all three parts of it. Right, Henry? Right. Okay, so, oh, whoops, see, I unhooked the chest strap, and then that's when it kind of gets a little confusing. There you go. Yeah, I do like that this one does unclasp at the same time, at all three parts, because it makes it easy. Like, I didn't have to finagle, I just had to unclip. So that part is nice. So, what are my what are my thoughts on all 4 of them? All right, so based on our test with all 4, and then additionally the design of each of them and the feel, this is going to be the final order from number 4 being the worst and number 1 being the best. Number 4 being the absolute worst is this red number here. The look, the feel, and as well as, Henry, we're not getting dressed. The look, the feel, as well as like the setup, very cheap in my opinion. I don't like that it only has 1 strap that you can adjust. It didn't do anything to stop him from pulling, because it has a little bit, for Henry's size and everything, it just has a little bit too much give in like the chest area. It just didn't do anything to stop his pulling. So, no. But we might use that one as like a regular service dog vest because, like I said, when we're not using a harness to prevent pulling. The next one up, okay. There is a tie between these 2. I personally prefer the blue one, the EzyDog. It seems that this little design right here, this triangle design, does help to create kind of like a more even, I don't know, it seems nicer. And I do like that you can adjust this part and you can just cover it up. It's also easy to put on him. And it says quick fit, but it's not really quick fit. I mean, you gotta take a second to like adjust this properly. Then the Easy Walk is a popular option, but the design is a little bit more complicated. It's got kind of like it's a little bit more like bulky and has a lot of moving parts. And it does a decent job of, none of these 3 prevent pulling by any means, is what I'll say. The last one I'm going to show you actually did help. So these 3 will help give you maybe some sort of, what would they give you, Henry? Some sort of control, not really. Honestly, let's just be honest. If you are looking for a dog to not pull, these are not your options. This one actually is number 1, and I think that everything that these have in common is they all have a chest strap that goes straight across. This one though is the only one that has a wide front, and that can change the way that a dog is feeling things, like being controlled. Henry, come here. Because as you can see, when you have like a strap straight against your chest, you're impacting like their gait or the way that they walk, and you're almost making them pull more, like, because it's just right up against that, whereas when it's a wide front and it goes straight in between their legs, you're really controlling their whole body from like their torso, rather than preventing them pulling from the front and trying to push them back. So this one did a really great job. It goes like this, nice long belly strap. Like a very secure clasp. This red one doesn't seem to have like, it's kind of flimsy, cheap material. There you go. And also, additionally, when you have a dog that is doing a lot of exercise and a lot of activity, there have been some articles that say that a harness that cuts straight across their chest can impact their activity and their mobility, because it can affect their shoulders and their gait, which is the natural way that they walk. So I haven't found too much in terms of research that say, oh my gosh, like, this is horrible for your dog if you're using a harness that goes straight across. But if you're using it to run with your dog or to be more active, I would stay away from ones that cut straight across the chest, just to like enhance your dog's comfort and to make sure that you're not giving them any injuries like that. So this is definitely the winner. Hi. You're sweet, huh? Oh, you're so cute. So anyways, you guys, I know this was a long time coming and kind of all over the place, but basically this is our winner. And truly, if you're looking for a no pull harness, I wouldn't even bother with any of the others, because I don't think that if you have a dog that pulls, I don't think that those will do anything for you at all. And again, you know, they're like with the controversy over having the chest strap, if your dog is pulling so much that it's causing injury to you or the dog, then you need to just work on obviously training them to not pull. No harness is gonna, you know, be a miracle worker. And then also I just want to disclaim, what was the other thing I wanted to say? To cover our tail. Is that the absolute most important thing to prevent injury to your dog and to get the most use out of any sort of harness or vest is it needs to be fit properly. You want to make sure that they're not getting any chafing behind their elbows, that it's not rubbing. If it's too loose, it'll rub and it'll like irritate because it's too loose. If it's too tight, obviously that just restricts motion in a way that you don't want to restrict motion. It'll be most comfortable and most effective for your dog if you adjust it. I mean, when Henry was little, we used an EasyWalk harness before I found the controversial things about it. But he was wearing it so wrong because I was afraid of putting it on him too tight. And he was just wearing it completely wrong and it did nothing for us. So this is, I think that we actually might use this for my husband to go running with Henry because it'll give him more control. And yeah, that is all. I hope you guys found this helpful. And maybe it'll save you guys some money on not trying all these. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. And you can catch us in our next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for treats and good luck. Right? Because if you like and subscribe, you get treats. Well, you get treats. Okay, should we give them a kiss goodbye? Kiss. Kiss. Thanks, guys.